Hi, my name is Rustchynsky. I'm game director on Driveclub from Evolution Studios.
So let's start by talking a little bit about what your goals were heading into the development of this game.
There were always kind of key pillars that we wanted to work towards Driveclub. Obviously, the visual richness, the idea that you can be in a supercar and really feel like you're in one. But it's then also this social connectivity and the way to connect players. Being in Partner Club is an important part of the experience, and we wanted to make sure that it wasn't necessarily about you winning everything. It's about you winning together as a club, so that everyone kind of has their own unique role to play and different ways to win.
When it comes to the extra development time, how have you guys utilized that?
With the extra time we've had, obviously we wanted to make sure the quality of the experience was as high as possible, but it's also allowed us to kind of go back and add new cars, add new tracks, and then polish up the visuals, use new rendering techniques, improve the handling. It's kind of everything that was in Driveclub before just had a nice lick of paint, as well as kind of focusing on the dynamic menu, which is kind of our social hub inside the game, and making sure that the connectivity is as seamless, as integrated as possible, and almost kind of invisible to the user. But we're making sure that we're creating connections with whatever you do.
Talk a little bit more about the dynamic UI and what that actually means.
Yeah, the dynamic menu is basically a way for us to kind of push information to players. So whether you're in the main menu, the tour menu, the challenge menu, we're pushing activity to you that's relevant to that area. But then we've also got a specific activity feed to you, which is kind of the relevant and most kind of important information to you at that time. And it's making sure you can kind of move around the UI as slickly as possible. And as part of that, we've got what we call a session manager, which is kind of like an integrated party system. And it's an easy way for players to kind of get together. So it's kind of like an always open party. Your friends can join at any time. So if you happen to jump into an online race, they see immediately that you've joined an online race. It'll give you a prompt saying, do you want to join them? And it's like, yeah, they can just jump straight in. And it's a great way to kind of get clubs together and race them online, and make it really easy to, keep playing with your friends.
This game also has challenges. Can you talk a little about the viral aspect of what can happen with those challenges?
Yeah, well, back in Motorstorm RC, we did challenges, which was just like you versus one other person, and that was a great gameplay loop where everyone's kind of one up one another. But we felt like it wasn't really kind of utilising all these other players that you could be kind of challenging. So what we tried to do is make it viral. So if I send the challenge to you, you can then forward that to 10 of your friends, and they might challenge it to forward it to 10 of their friends. So you'll end up with not just one person, not just 10 people, but hundreds of people involved in that same challenge. And the cool thing about it is, the more people in that challenge, the higher the rewards. So we tried to make sure, I think that there's always a group of people at the top who always get enough fame so they can level up, unlock new rewards and content. But if you've got like 500 people inside there, the rewards are going to be pretty epic if you're the top of that leaderboard.
Can you talk a little about the track and some of the cars you guys are featuring here at this demo?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of tracks, we take you all over the world, from Canada to Scotland to Chile to Norway. And they're not real tracks. It's important to say we're not going to Silverstone and these real world locations. We've taken reference from all these real world places, but we tried to create our own tracks, use some of our creativity to deliver tracks with like huge hill climbs or massive vistas that you can see on for miles and miles, and really kind of create fun and interesting tracks that players really want to play. So point to points, road circuits, racetracks, etc. And cars, we've tried to really kind of hand-pick our cars. We've got 50 in total inside the game, and they range from hot hatches to sports cars to hypers. So that's your Volkswagen GTIs, your Hennessy Venom GTs at the end of the spectrum. And what we're trying to do with every single car is lavish on the kind of attention to detail of the visuals, inside and out, the audio, really replicating, just how it feels to be inside a racing car. Well, not racing cars, street cars.